Greetings to you all, members of Section 5 of Communications 1000, Introduction to Speech Communications. My name's Arthur Kelly, and I'll be your teacher for this section of speech for fall 2021 semester. I'm looking forward to meeting you and spending a few hours each week helping all of us how to learn to better communicate. If you'd like to know more about me, feel free to check out the snapshot page on Canvas. It'll tell you something about my life and my journey with education. I've been working at this calling for a long, long time, and I'm sometimes surprised that I still can do it and that I've had the pleasure of teaching so many students over such a long period of time. I'm even more surprised by the reality that some of those students from years ago are now friends and colleagues. But what I want to talk to you about in this video is my philosophy of education. You're probably not overly interested, and I won't take too much of your time, but I do hope you'll take a few minutes, just a few, and hear me out. As you probably heard many times, you certainly already know this, Socrates, kind of the father of philosophy, said that the unexamined life is not worth living. I agree with that. And I think that education, formal education, like you're receiving at Anderson University, provides you the ways and means to more purposefully respond to that call. That is the call to examine your life and the call to ask some pretty important questions along the way. Who am I? Of course, is one of the main ones. I think personally that whose am I is even more important and certainly connects strongly to the who am I question. Following that are questions like, what is my relationship to other people in the world? Who is my neighbor? Who is my neighbor at home? Who is my neighbor across the oceans? Increasingly, I think it's even important to ask, what is my relationship to the natural world? A question, if you're paying attention to what's going on in our world, that's even more pressing now than ever. Finally, I think the question that asks, why am I here in this place at this time, invites us to think about purpose and meaning of our lives. Obviously, a course in speech is not a philosophy course and will not be directly responding to those questions, but you will be asked to give some speeches. You check out the syllabus and you'll see that you have a few. One of the things you'll hear me say several times, especially in the first few weeks, is that I want you to give speeches about matters and questions and ideas and problems, challenges, and so on and so forth that matter to you. Not that matter to me, but that matter to you. If you do that, you are already on your way to giving a really good speech. Because if it really matters to you, you've already done some thinking about it and probably already have some feelings and opinions about it and already have information and data about the subject. You're already informed. Creating and presenting a speech that matters to you makes creating and presenting a speech both easier and better. I really believe that. I want you to speak about those things that matter to you so that they will come to matter to us, your classmates, and me. That's the whole point of nearly any kind of communication, but especially the kind of speeches that you're asked to present in this class, informational and persuasive speeches. I see a major part of my role as the teacher in this class is to create a safe place for you so that you will feel safe to talk about anything you want to talk about. Other than the impromptus and the self-introduction speeches, I'll never tell you what to talk about. I'll never tell you the subject. You should feel safe to talk about anything that really matters to you. Of course, there's a risk in that, sometimes lots of risk. But risk matters in the process of learning. And it matters to me to take those risks and for you to take those risks. A German poet many years ago made this statement about the process of learning is to learn to love the questions and live into the answers. It's about taking risks. You see, at the heart of my philosophy of education are two words: relational and personal. I want to get to know you, and I want you to get to know me. I haven't met you yet, obviously, but I already care about you because I know some of what you're experiencing and recognize that whatever else is going on in your life, it is sometimes more important than what I think is important. I want you to be a learner, not just a student. A person could be a great student and a lousy learner. A person could be a great learner and a lousy student. Choose learning. Choose to be a learner. Choose wonder. Take risks. Be brave. This is your education. It's not mine, even though you will no doubt be my teacher at some point this semester. No doubt I will learn from you. I want to close with this quotation. I think it sums up everything I've tried to say to this point. It's a statement by E. Cummings, an early 20th century American poet, famous for his own free, idiosyncratic, risk-taking poems. He said, "We do not believe in ourselves until someone reveals that deep inside us something is valuable, worth listening to, worthy of our trust, sacred to our trust. Once we believe in ourselves, we can take risk. We can risk curiosity. We can risk wonder. We can risk spontaneous delight. We can risk any experience that reveals the human spirit. Or, as Jesus said, you will know the truth, and the truth will make you free." See you soon. God bless.